Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and we are introducing another free-to-play game. And this time the free-to-play game we are introducing is on Xbox Live, and it is Happy Wars. So we're going to go into the menu and head into the game, and I'll take show you a bit about what this is about. Alright guys, we are into the menu now. As you can see, I've got a treasure map that I can collect stuff for. So if you play enough, you get a whole bunch of extra stuff kind of floating about. If you play it daily, extra items, all that fun stuff. Okay, today's treasure hunt has ended. Until the 28th. Yeah, it's the 25th right now. So that's not going to work. So here's a look at the base menu. So you've got your battles. So this is where you'll actually go into your matches. You can play around with the equipment and customize some of your different characters. You can shop, whether either spending actual money or looking for stuff with the happy cards and happy tickets. You can take a look at some of the different stuff that you can collect. And of course, there's the tutorial that kind of shows you how to play. You know, all that kind of fun stuff. And then they have, so now we go into the matches, and you can break it down into a couple things. They do have a story campaign, skirmish. You can battle against AI opponents in offline matches. Let's see here. I'm going to take a look at the story mode because I can't remember where I was. So, War versus Light and Dark. We'll play it on normal. So, basic thing is, it's one of those online kind of, once upon a time there were two kingdoms. We're gonna skip this. Yeah. It's a arena combat game. It's not quite a MOBA, I guess. Multiplayer online battle arena. Yeah, kind of. But of a different, like, oh no, this is terrible. My little princess, my precious princess, she'd be kidnapped by the Dark King. Okay. Yeah. So we have three classes we can play. Warrior types, they do attack. You've got clerics and you've got mages. Now, typically when I'm actually playing multiplayer, I play clerics, but I'm going to throw in my warrior right now. You can customize a couple of different ones with the equipment and weapons that you use. You get spawn points that you can work with. Alright, so we're going to head in here. Order of the Light has been called upon again. Thanks, goofball. Alright, let's ignore these guys. So, fairly interesting gameplay. So I'm going to open the castle gate. Like so. So I head out and, oh, there are people to fight. So we're going to go hit him. You've got your base natural ability. You can just kind of attack. You actually get extra abilities as well that you can work with. And you can actually switch them up as you go and you progress. Each game, once again, it's that whole, you level it up as you go. Alright, so we can destroy these towers. Basically, if we destroy towers, you know, we have end towers. It gives us extra spawn points, it gives us extra abilities, and it allows us to level up. So we got an enemy up ahead. I can hit the crystal for... Alright, so I do have this smash, or this... We have various different abilities that we can have access to, and it's kind of random which abilities you get as you level up. So you're not always going to have the same abilities every time. Alright, all of you, follow me! Alright, but you can switch which abilities you have access to, so I'm going to grab Stone Throw here, where I can throw rocks. So you can throw rocks at stuff. I gotta watch out for those guys there. I just wanna, okay, well, off he goes. Down he goes. Alright, now we're going to take this down. So we're going to take down these towers and keep progressing forward. You get experience as you progress. You've got your health bar, you've got your level bar, you've got mana that you can work with. So I just unlocked a new ability. We're going to switch over to it, and that's Spinning Blade, so I actually want that. Follow me! Your base attack is used with X, but you can use your special abilities with A, B, and Y. Depending on which abilities they are, affect what they do. So typically your A is going to be a direct combat ability, so like that spin I do there. B is going to be a more of a kind of boosty ability. And then you've got your Y ability, which is a big super powered ability. Alright, so that was a good time to actually do that when it got a bunch of them there. So gameplay can get pretty hectic and frantic. I think you can get up to about 12 players on either side. I may be wrong, it may be 8. But either way, when you've got 8 people going around and causing trouble all over the place, it can get pretty crazy. So now, looking at these guys, they're getting taken out pretty easily with me because I've got a couple of upgrades to that axe of mine. So something to be warned about when you're first starting playing. You may end up in situations where you're kind of getting trounced by people that have slightly better gear, and it's something that can be a frustrating point for some newer players because sometimes it's a little harder to get in. The other thing I warn you is that now part of my problem is my NAT settings are a little wonky, but most of the time you can you may have to deal with some fairly decent wait times to get into matches depending on what you're trying to do. Sometimes it's not so bad, but other times it can get a little crazy, and you could be waiting a while to play. And that's a lot of why I don't play a ton of Happy Wars, despite how potentially addictive some of the gameplay can be. Oh, I gotta watch out. There's a guy like casting spells at me, and I gotta like stop him. So we're gonna spin around and we're gonna finish him off. There we go. All those guys have been dealt with. We're gonna knock these down. Oh hey, I was getting protected. If you got a cleric there, they can heal you. Wizards can cast various spells that do some decent effects. Something else you can do in combat is, depending on the arena you're playing in, you can knock enemies off the map. So you see there's a lot of ledges. And you definitely want to take advantage of this. So this really gives us a good example of basic premise behind the gameplay. You're going to want to build towers. You're going to want to advance on the enemy base, and then you're going to want to take the enemy base, because the whole goal is to take out their little tower thing that's in this totem tower thing that's in the center of their base, and we're almost there, so we're going to head over there and lay some smackdown on those guys. So here we are, there's our last tower, so we now have control of all the towers, so we get a whole bunch of extra little benefits there. So here's where things can get a little crazy. Now, each castle and stuff have a lot of extra options for defenses. Gatekeepers are coming. They look kind of tough. Oh no, away from the gate. Oh, okay, he's got buffs. I do have that ability as well. I don't think about it. But hey, there we go. Throw a rock at a guy's head and stun him. And then he's a little bit easier to take out. So our next objective is going to be to take out this gate. Now the gate is pretty tough. Or it can be, depending on how many guys you got playing on it. But you can build stuff on the battlefield that'll give you a kind of boost to that. So here's our goal, is to take this guy out. Right, so we're going to hold that and destroy it. But first we're going to deal with guys here. Alright, all my guys are protecting me. Now up on the walls you can actually build turrets and stuff like that to defend your castle, to make it a lot easier to win. And there we go, so that's just playing. So this is playing the story mode. It's a little bit crazier when you start playing multiplayer. But you know, if you like some fun, kind of crazy gameplay, Happy Wars may just be for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. Next I'm going to be showing pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel to see other videos like this. I'm doing if you've missed some of the other ones, go back and check those, and check the ones coming up. Have fun, guys. Keep gaming.